Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another PC Classic Cars test drive video. Today we are in the 1979 Ford Ranchero GT. It has a 351 Windsor V8 and an automatic transmission. This is definitely a little bit out of the ordinary vehicle for us, but it was a local car here in Texas, so we picked it up. I've done plenty of Rancheros from 70, 71, 72, and even 73. Getting into these later Rancheros, they're a little bit of a unique car. They kind of have a cult following. This being a 79, it was an F-code car, which would have been originally a 302 automatic with the FMX. It now has a, it now has a 351 Windsor out of something else. Runs really, really well. Still has an FMX transmission behind it. And then other cool options that it was originally born with. It is a factory AC car, which AC blows cold. It does have an aftermarket upgraded compressor. Again, the AC blows nice and cold when you're cruising down the road. Like, kick it on right here in a second. It'll blow nice and cold pretty instantaneously. It is power steering, power disc brakes in the front. And again, it drives like a stock Ranchero should drive like. These are big, really long cars, so when you're looking out over the hood, it kind of goes on forever. And then same thing with the bed. Again, they're really unique looking cars with the graphics down the side. It is a factory, they call it Jade Metallic. It's a green color. It is a factory color. It has been repainted. The repaint looks good, but I think the rest of the cosmetics, other than the wheels and tires, are going to be original. Both the front and rear bumpers appear to be original on the car and do have a little bit of wear and tear. There's a little bit of chrome flaking off on the top of the rear bumper. And then the rest of the trim has a few little dings and little scuffs here and there, kind of like what you'd expect for original trim to look like on a 79. Wheels and tires are brand new. I put those on. It's a staggered set of 17-inch torque thrust with nice tires. Just kind of gives it a little bit more of an aggressive stance and a kind of a more muscle car look. The interior, it's a factory bench seat interior. It is originally a green interior car. Still has a stock style green bench seat with the fold down center armrest here. The door panels have been changed. The door panels are a power lock, power window door panel. This car would have never had either of those. It does actually have power windows, which roll up and down like they should, but the power lock mechanism is not hooked up and it doesn't have the mechanism in the door. So the door locks still are a manual door lock, even though you'll see the power switch. You do have tilt as well, like most of these would have came with. And you do have a factory tack, and this is a rally gauge car, so you have the tack and you have the additional gauges over here on the right. Unfortunately, the tack is not working. I did not diagnose it. I do not know what is wrong with the tack, but it is not functioning. And then the voltage gauge is not reading accurately either. But the rest of your gauges, the horn, the wipers, the remote mirror, the stereo, all that stuff works. And like I mentioned before, the heat and AC do both work properly. Back on the drivability, it's a really easy car to drive, even though it is so large. It kind of cruises down the road, kind of floats. Has good power. Right now we're cruising about 70, 75 miles an hour, and that's with ease. The Windsor sounds really good. The FMX shifts up and down through the gears well. And then your power steering and power brakes do what they need to do. As far as the exhaust goes, it has a stock style set of manifolds going into dual exhaust with an aftermarket muffler and full tailpipes. It is not a very loud exhaust system. Like again, we're cruising at 75 miles an hour right now and I don't really hear the exhaust at all. When you're sitting there at idle, it sounds really good, but inside the car while you're cruising, it's not too obnoxious, it's not very loud at all. Underneath, super solid. Didn't find any rust issues or rust problems on the bottom side of this car. The frame rails look great. The floor pans, underside of the bed, everything is really nice and clean. We'll take it down our bumpy road here, check out the suspension. But so far, my road feel is great going down our straight road here that we take all the cars down. No weird shimmies, no weird shakes on braking. Glass is really clean. The side glass is really nice. Again, it does have the added power windows, and the power windows do work on both sides. The windshield's really nice and clean. No stone chips, no wiper marks, no scarring from the wiper blades. The rear glass is really clean as well, easy to see in and out of. The rear view mirror looks like it's probably been replaced at some point, and it looks really clean. Suspension so far feels really good. Nothing's rattling, nothing's making any weird sounds. Again, more just of a stock style cruising Ranchero. Funny enough, if y'all watch our videos, you've heard me mention the car that I drive personally. I have a 72 Gran Torino Sport that's had a bunch of stuff done to it. In 72, they changed the Torino and the Ranchero platform from the predecessor of the 70 and 71 Torinos and Rancheros. They went to a whole new body style in 72. And a lot of the interior parts and actually a lot of the exterior parts are interchangeable. For example, this dash is the exact same dash that's in my 72 Ranchero. Basically what they did is they basically just changed the cosmetics of the dash. The gauges are a little different. The gauge bezel is the same bezel, just has a little different appearance. The dash pad and the actual entire dash on the inside of this car would bolt into a 72, 73, all the way up into a 79. So a lot of the parts are interchangeable from the 72 all the way to the late 70s Rancheros, Torinos, all that stuff. As far as the interior dash components are all interchangeable. Overall, my feel, this is it's definitely an interesting looking car. It drives like what you'd expect this car to drive like. It was sold to me as a 95,000 original mile car. I have no way to prove or disprove that, but just how clean it is underneath, the way that it drives, it's probably a 95,000 mile car. Definitely a lot of car for under the 20 grand mark. It's seemingly difficult to get good quality stuff under 20 grand now, so this car definitely fits into that category, and it's good value for whoever picks it up. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that you want to see, don't hesitate to leave me a comment on the YouTube channel. Call or text me at 903-820-1019. If you don't already follow me, check out my website, pcclassiccars.com. We are also PC Classic Cars across all social platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And as always, again, thanks again for stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos, and we'll see you on the next one.